Hey there folks, welcome back to another part of my thing where I'm making a Tetris Game Analyzer. Last time, if I recall, we had set up a pretty good system for detecting when we're playing and when we aren't. But we still had a few issues that I'd like to iron out, and hopefully we can do that relatively quickly because I want to move on to the next thing, which is a drought counter. We'll see how that works, but we'll explain it all when we get there. Okay, so let's remind ourselves what exactly the issue was last time with our stuff. Now, I think if I recall, whoops, let's not see that. We had some issue. The title screen wasn't playing nicely with our playing check. So let's figure that one out. What am I doing? I need to find my folder. And I'm going crazy. Here. All right. So let's get a screenshot of the title screen because we had some issues with that. So let's turn on our Nintendo. Oh, I'm already on. Let's go to VLC. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna do this. Here's the title screen. Actually, we already have a title screen. What am I saying? We have this, Tetris screens. We already took a picture of the title screen right there. Okay, so let's copy the name. Let's rename this as title.png. And we'll copy this and we'll come back here. Now in our Tetris tools project here, currently we are loading up the game analyzer and analyzing it, which is fine under normal circumstances, but I want to just take a look at this one screenshot. So let's open it up. New bitmap. We're gonna go, can I just do this? Desktop Tetris screens / title.png. Does that work? Desktop Tetris screens / title. And then var data model factory. Oh, come on. Let's get our data model factory. And we'll create, wait a second, what? Yeah, create the bitmap. Come on. What's wrong with this? What? Oh, is it a Tetris data model factory? It's a Tetris data model factory. Okay. Then console.writeLine data model dot IsPlaying. Okay, so that's good. We'll build that. And we'll see what the issue is here, because last time it seemed to not really work, which is unfortunate. Oh no, we don't actually have to run this with Tetris running. This is just loading up a screenshot. Okay, run. We'll just run without debugging and we'll see the output. So we want to see false because it's not playing. It's the title screen. There's an unhandled exception with a parameter not being valid. Okay. I'm assuming we have a problem loading up the image. Yes, parameter is not valid. I'm guessing it doesn't like home user me. Let's try this. Why? Okay. Because it's just home and then my username, not home user. Can never get it straight. All right, there we go. So the rectangle, this is the issue. Rectangle x equals 3, 21, 17, and a height equals 0. Cannot have a width or height equal to 0. Huh? All right, that's funky. That's totally an issue. Okay, so that's good. We've isolated a serious problem. So now let's actually dig into it and see what the issue is. Okay, we're trying to... Why are we here? I thought I went into it. Anyway, here we have the bitmap. This... Okay. I'm a little bit confused why this isn't actually stepping into the... Let's try one more time. It skipped over a bunch of things. See, this is supposed to go step into. This isn't supposed to go there. What is happening? The Tetris data model is supposed to... Fine, I'll stop it there. Okay. Run, start debugging. Now I can just continue. Okay, so we're actually looking at the screenshot, which is fine. Okay, in the positions of the top. Come on, I want to see it. Debugger, let's go. So we've got the right size. 126 pixels wide, 22 pixels high. We're going to get 6, that's fine. Okay. All right, so at this point, I have a sub image. Something's making noise over there. One second. Okay. I want to. Can I do subimage width, subimage height? Okay, so I can do this. Subimage dot save to title underscore top dot png. Okay, let's have a look at this image that we just saved. That is going to be here, in here. We're running the Tetris tools. In debug here. Now let's title top. Look at that. So okay, so we're interesting. We've got ourselves a little bit of that, I think it was a TM, Tetris Screens title. So, interesting. Huh. I thought I figured, okay. So I got to move that up 1 pixel. So it's not an issue with the algorithm. It's just an issue with the position of the box. Okay, let's go back here and we'll stop this. Let's go up to our app settings. And the top, we're going to make Y. We're going to bring it up 1 pixel. And that should fix everything. So let's just run without debugging. And we get false. Okay. What I also want to do is let's start calling these play. Let's call this, what is this? This is the level select. Level, we'll just use single words. Rocket, high score, copyright, and music. Okay, actually, I'd like to make some tests for this. see where we can get our tests. Again, tests are hard to do in Visual Studio Code. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our terminal. Actually, we don't need... Yes, we do. Fixing play Boolean. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw all this up in Bitbucket, and then we're going to shut this down or minimize it or whatever. And we're actually going to bring these Tetris screens to my shared folder. Okay, we're going to go back into Windows for a second. Because what I want to do is I want to add some unit tests so that it will always, just to make sure that each screen is showing the proper thing when it comes to the IsPlaying flag. We need to do git bash. So it's, I mean, it's, come on. It's not as efficient to keep flipping through different operating systems, but it is what it is. Okay, I need to git pull. Here we go. All right, let's open up Visual Studio and add some tests. I'm a little bit confused. Tetris data extractor is what I want, yeah. Okay, so here we've got our stuff. Let's build everything. Just make sure everything still builds. And it's successful. Excellent. Why is that? Okay, doesn't matter. So we have Tetris data extractor tests. We're going to add to it test cases. Let's make a new folder and we're going to call it IsPlaying test cases. And we'll make a new class, IsPlaying test cases. Whatever we call it. Okay, let's do this. So this is a test fixture. And we're basically going to do the same thing. Actually, no, we're not. I think I'm going to take these two from this file. Build configuration and build container. The app settings test needs to have, see, we don't have top in there at all. So let's go to our real app settings and let's throw in top. All right. Okay, let's import everything. Good. Generate method. No, what am I doing? Generate variable. Yes, do it. This one, do it. Excellent. This one, do it. Autofac. We need screen positions. Single instance. Why am I? Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, brain dead here. Okay. Now we need to add some existing items to our test cases here. And let's go to our shared Tetris screens, all files. Let's do it. Add all of these. Okay. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. At some point, we're also going to have to deal with when we're paused. So that's going to be a bit of a tricky scenario, but pausing is... I still want to deal with it. I don't plan on pausing, but you never know what happens. Okay, so let's make a test. And we're just going to say test case source. Actually, let's... Why are all of these open? Test case source, yeah, name of not playing screens. Down here, we're going to, okay, public void non-playing screens should report as such. And this is a... Now, did I do the file itself, or did I... Yeah. Not that. Where's my actual test? Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. So this should be string file name. Not playing screens, not playing screens. Public I enumerable, not playing screens. And this is going to be get, and our screens is going to equal, and I want all of these screens that should be not playing. So copyright, high score, level, music, the rocket ship screen, and the title screen. Okay. For each screen in screens, yield return screen. Good. Okay. All right, so var bitmap equals new bitmap. Now I need to do it the same way this one works. Path combine, here we go. Path combine data extraction is playing test cases. There we go. So we have our bitmap, and we'll say using var scope equals container begin lifetime scope. Get the data model factory, resolve I Tetris data model factory, data model factory. We'll create one from the bitmap. And then we'll say data model dot is playing should be false. And that's all we have to do. And then this is just a simple test. Playing screen should report as such. This time it's just play. It's only the one screen. This one should be true. Okay. Now, we did see some issues with the difference between Windows and Linux and the black level of pixels. So I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping these tests pass. They might pass in Windows, but not Linux. I'm not sure. So let's just run them and see what we get. So they both failed. So that was terrible. No arguments were provided. Oh. Playing screen doesn't work. Parameter is not valid. Well, I feel like we fix this one and we'll fix the other one. So what's the issue here? Oh, I already know. I already know. It's not valid. This is why we're in Windows, so I can use Visual Studio. So I can copy, not copy, but I can change these. What do I have with these test cases? None and copy if newer. That's what I need for all of these. So none, but copy if newer. Okay. Okay, so now I'll run this again. Hopefully we'll see some green check marks. Good. It did report as such. Now we'll run this. Must refer to a static field property or method. Test case source. Oh. Oh, it's got to be a static method. Okay. Makes sense. Run this. Five passed and one failed. So what's the one that failed? The music. Oh, I wonder if this is an issue with... Did we have a problem in Linux with that too? Let's actually put a breakpoint here. And we'll get rid of... Yeah, the music... The problem is the music screen is very full, right? You've got most of the screen, or most of the area is filled with pixels. So it's kind of like the rocket ship screen. There are some slight black lines in there. So that's the next issue we had to deal with, is that music select screen. And I think I even made notes for myself from last time. Title screen error, music thinks it's playing. Yeah. So it said music thinks it's playing. Let's debug into this music scenario. Let's have a look at what it actually gets when it checks the top. Why? I said go into. I'm not sure why this isn't working like it should. Debug. Go into. So this will be null. Let's go and get the value at the top. So let's just have a look at this sub-image from the music select screen. We'll call it music top. And we'll have to figure out where we're going here. Get data extractor tests. Music top. So this is what it's getting. This is what we're looking for. We have to be able... See, I don't know what this is going to be interpreted as, but look, we do have black. We certainly have black pixels. So it's not fully colored, but I was hoping it was colored enough that it should still be interpreted as an 8. Because if you recall, our check was, if it's not 6/8, then we're playing. If it's not all black and it's not 6/8, then we're playing. But apparently, let us go here. It's valid, it's true. So what are the digits here? 7s? What? One of them even shows up as a 5. I kind of knew this was going to be an issue. We're going to have to do multiple checks. So this is not showing up as 6/8. Oh, but look, at all of this is a gray. I wonder if some of these are showing up as pixels or as black pixels because they're too dark. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, well, the next thing we need to do is take a look at this thing and try and figure something out. We're going to look in that spot and we'll be able to determine it's not playing. It's either, yeah, we'll be able to determine one of two things. It's one of the other 5 screens, or it's the playing screen or the select screen. So we might need to do another check here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But what can we check? That's the question. That's the play. And that's the music select. That's the play. And that's the music select. So one of the things that's different about these two screens is that we can, I mean, there's so much black here. We can just test for black. And I wonder if that's the solution. we need a way to test if something is fully black. Once we can determine if something is fully black, we might not have to look at the top at all. We can just say, look, is this part of the screen fully black? Is this part of the screen fully black? And with a few fully black checks, we can actually determine, what we're going to do. I need to be careful about the time. We're 40 minutes into this. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's going to be better than what we're doing. Where's my windows here? I think we need a few screen checks. I need a method to say, look, is this all black? Just tell me if it's all black. If it's not all black, then let's keep investigating. And right now I don't have that. But that's what I need. So let's have a look at this. How are we going to do this? This will be in our Tetris data extractor. Now I have image manipulators, screen recognition, okay. I have a color checker to check a black pixel. What if we said public bool is black, a bitmap, and what this does is for int I equals 0, I is less than bitmap width plus plus. We're going to loop through all the pixels. I is less than the height. J plus plus. We're going to say if bitmap dot get pixel ij, and this actually gets a color. So I can say if not is black. Here we go. Return false. If we go through all the pixels, we find they're all black, we can return true. That was simpler than I thought. So now we have a method of saying, is this entire square black? Okay, so now what? Now what can we do with that? Well, in our Tetris data model, IsPlaying So if it's what we're going to say is we're going to say if we're no longer looking for the value, we're just going to look for the color checker. Now, do I have a color checker in here? I do not. So let's add one. Come on. So far, top section equals screenshot dot clone. Actually, how did I do this? I can't even remember anymore. Screenshot dot clone the bounding box. I need positions dot top. Screenshot dot pixel format. Okay, so that gets me the section that's going to be the top. But instead of analyzing to see which digits it is, we're going to say if top section, we're going to say if color checker dot is black, the top section, right? Oh, haha, whoops. I didn't add this one to the interface. Okay, let's go back here. So if it's all black, then IsPlaying equals false. If it's not all black, so at this point we're on the music or playing screen. So I want to find out what part of the screen. Here's the music select, and there's the play. Now I should be able to draw a box right here and check for that being all black, or I could check here. There's quite a bit of, I better choose the bottom. I don't know, this music type might mess things up. So I'm going to check right here. We're going to have to open this up with, oh, I do have GIMP. Okay. Let's open it up with GIMP. We're coming to an end here. I think we'll get it. So there's another check here. We're going to say 85, 485. Actually, oh, I've got this as a fixed. Not sure how much to check. You know, I could check all of this. So the position is 78, 483. Let's try that. 78,483. So we'll go back here and we'll say var music play distinguishing sound. Oh my goodness, we'll just call it other section for now. We can rename it later. Our other section equals screenshot.clone, and we're gonna give it a new rectangle. And this rectangle is going to be, what did I decide? 78,483, 78,483. The width is 96 and the height is 16. The width is 96 and the height is 16. Okay, so that is that little section. And then we'll say if color checker is black, other section, then we can, if it's black, we're going to return, IsPlaying is going to be true. IsPlaying equals true. If it's not black, then IsPlaying equals false. We're on the music select screen. Okay. And that should be good. So we're checking two pieces of the screen to distinguish whether you're playing or not. I don't know. This might work. I feel like it could work, but because we wrote the tests, now we can just run them and see if we're right. Let's make all this back, and we're going to call it a day after this. Okay, let's run our tests. So tell us if we're right or not. Build errors. Oops. Right, we need a color checker in our data model factory. Come on. Okay, we will add this color checker. That should be good. Let's run these tests again. I want to see green check marks everywhere. It's even worse. Argument out of range. Parameter must be positive. Is black. Line 24. Did I mess this up? If I'm going from How is that even debug this? Parameter y must be positive. Really? Parameter must be positive and less than height. Parameter y. It is less than height. Height is 22. J is 2. What? Why can't I write a simple for loop? Okay, bitmap has a height of 22 and a horizontal resolution of 96. So if I say bitmap get pixel at 0.21, it comes out with basically black. If I say 22, it gives me an exception. I cannot, because the height is 22. Oh man. Okay. Of course, this should be a J. And while I'm at it, we'll rename all the I's to X's, and we'll rename all the J's to Y's so that we can really make this more explicit. All right, now this should work. 100% works. Success. Huh. All right. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we're gonna stop it here. We've just approached an hour. I like this. I'll tell you what I don't like is the way this looks. So we'll clean this up next time. But we should have a nice solution. I'm happy with that. I'm just not sure whether to hard code these or to put them in the app settings. I just don't know what to call them. Like section below the long bar count. I could get the long bar count position and just add to it. That might be something. Because the long bar looks at this. So maybe I can just add the height of the long bar count to get that. And here the top, I can just get the top section. Yeah, that's what we'll probably do. Because I don't want to hard code this. I really don't want to hard code this. But I also don't know what to call it in the app settings. So we'll make it relative to other elements of the screen. So awesome. Thanks for joining me, and have a good day, and we'll see you next time.